Now time to check in on the ladies of The View, and today it's Whoopi who's taking a break from scolding the public about being concerned with cost of living, the economy. You see, she now gets it. She's just a working gal as well, struggling to make ends meet. We're all in this together, folks.
When you have one candidate who has been running for 12 years, who lies and changes things, I appreciate that people are having a hard time. Me too.
Yeah.
I work for a living. If I had all the money in the world, I would not be here. Okay? So I'm a working person.
There you have it. She's just like you guys. She's just struggling with mortgage payments and gas prices, except she's earning around $8 million a year. And that was back in 2022. It could be even more now. That's $666,666 every single month. According to that report, Joy Behar earns $7 million a year and Sunny Hostin is on $1.6 million. Maybe that's why she's the angriest of the lot. Imagine Joy Behar out earning you by that much for doing the same work. Guys, you know what? All of that's fairly depressing. I think I feel a dance break coming on. President-elect Donald Trump's team is coming together, and Trump 2.0 will be uncompromising in delivering his MAGA agenda. These are all his people, thoroughly vetted, established histories. The first time around, he did have a few in his team who were rivals, critics. He thought it was a way of countering the anti-Trumpers to try to neutralise them. But the whole keep your enemies closer strategy is gone, thank God. And among his selections is Marco Rubio for Secretary of State. Here is Rubio being confronted by pro-Palestinian activists.
Senator Rubio, will you call for a ceasefire?
No, I will not. On the contrary.
Rubio,
are you filming it? I want you guys to get this. I want them to destroy every element of Hamas they can get their hands on. These people are vicious animals who did horrifying crimes, and I hope you guys post that.
And what about the civilians that are being killed every day?
Hamas should stop hiding behind civilians, putting civilians in the way. Hamas knew that this was going to lead to this. So Hamas should stop building their military installations underneath hospitals.
So you don't care that 15,000 have died? You don't care about the babies that are being killed?
I think it's horrifying. I think it's terrible, and I think Hamas is 100% to blame. That's what I think. Make sure you post that, please.
Make sure you post that. Let's bring in documentary filmmaker and journalist Ami Horowitz. Ami, it's quite an appointment, and today we learned that Vivek Ramaswamy and Elon Musk will lead the Department of Government Efficiency, two of the smartest guys in any room working together to cut government waste. That's quite a winning team.
Yes, it is. Si vis paros bellum, secure peace by preparing for war. That has been the saying through the ages, from Clausewitz to John Wick and now to Donald Trump. Welcome to the Donald Trump doctrine, as opposed to the Biden doctrine, which is war through cowardice, right? That's essentially what we had then, and this is what we have now. And I'm super pumped for it. Look, this is not a neo-isolationist policy that people were scared of. How do I know? Because the people who we appointed, and by the way, how do I know? Because we've seen this in the past. This is another continuation of the first Trump administration. We know we did. We know what happened. Look, this is not hard. Is he going to abandon Ukraine like people are trying to make us believe? No, of course not. He might hold them more accountable, but let's not forget that when did Russia invade Ukraine? During the Obama administration, during the Biden administration. When he didn't go after them was during the Trump administration. Guys, this is not hard stuff, okay? This is going to be a muscular foreign policy, which is going to essentially say peace through strength. That's the bottom line. And he's appointing phenomenal people. By the way, Pete Hegseth is now going to be Secretary of Defense. He's going to have Mike Huckabee as the ambassador to Israel. Friends of mine. I feel like a proud papa. It's wonderful. Look, as far as Vivek and Elon, look, generally, yeah, I'm not in favor of creating new departments to create more efficiency, but I think in this case, I'll give him a pass. Look, Elon Musk is the right guy for the right job. How do I know this? Just compare SpaceX to NASA, okay? SpaceX is 10 times more efficient and twice as fast as NASA. That when they have cost overruns, SpaceX has 1% cost overruns as opposed to 90% for NASA, okay? This is the man we need for this job. He created an entire industry, the electric car industry, out of his own mind. By the way, how is he not getting credit for that for the woke crowd? Of course he's not. He's demonized. Look, is Vivek one of the smartest guys in the room? Of course he is. Just ask him. I'm pumped. This is going to be great.
Now let's hear from Joe Rogan and comic Theo Von, both of whom did long-form interviews with Donald Trump, but both were of the left. Joe Rogan was a big Bernie Sanders fan. They both seem to have been red-pilled, and here I think Theo Von really nails what helped clinch the nomination and the presidency for Trump.
You want to hear something crazy? Trump, at the day of the election, Dana White told me he'd been up for 72 hours.
Unbelievable.
I go, how's that possible? He goes, dude, he's a freak.
The guy is as resilient. No one could go through all that. When the Justice Department started to him over, that's when a lot of people were like, you know what? The only thing we should be able to believe in this country is at least the justice system. And if they're him over,
right.
And then he got shot at a couple of times, dude.
Bit of blue language there, but you get the idea, Army. I think that nomination was his when that Mar-a-Lago raid happened, when we had all the lawfare, the trumped-up charges. The Democrats thought if he was cast as a convicted felon, he'd be unelectable. And in the end, they just exposed what lengths they were going to go to try to clinch this election. And people weren't having it this time around.
They used the IRS on the Obama administration to go after people. And yes, that turned people off. I don't know how they don't get this and they don't understand this. When you try to demonize people, they will not follow you. This is really simple stuff. Look, I can tell you personally, when they try to frame Trump as a anti-Semite, as a fascist, as Hitler, and they try to convince Jews, okay, I'm a Jew. They tried this on me. It didn't work. I'm sorry. I'm not that dumb. When they tried to scare Latinos and they said, look, what is more racist than trying to convince people like Latinos or Jews that they have to vote a certain way because I'm viewing it that way, right? They created this manufactured, contrived controversy about Puerto Rico. Nobody bought it. They failed from beginning to end because why? Their policies are failing. They know that, they understand that, they had to come with something in order to knock Trump out and to get other people to follow them. But guess what, Rita? It simply did not work.